Today is February 20th, 2014. This is a new version of Brick Poker. This is the player's area and banker and play. The layout will look like a Baccarat layout. In player's position, player can choose to bet on banker break, player break, or both break. He or she can also bet on tie, banker and player in any amount. They don't have to be equal. You can bet like this, or like this, or like this. It doesn't matter. It's all okay to do it like that. Okay? And we have this design so we can accommodate more players. Okay? Such as this. Okay? Now, the payout for banker break and player break can follow the old payout here. For example, 5 aces. If you bet on the banker and banker have 5 aces, you get 200 to 1. So this area is for bonus bet, and this is the payout table. Now, both break, we have to figure out the payout for this yet. I think it's somewhere around 10 to 1. Okay, now let's start playing some hands. Let's say this player bets on banker break, player break. This player bet $15 on banker, meaning he thinks that the banker is going to win the hand. Okay, let's say this person bet on player, meaning he thinking player will win, and he also bet on tie. Now tie bet in this case could be a insurance. Now he bets on player and then also both. Okay. Now when after all players are bet, the dealer will say no more bets, and dealer put 7 cards on the banker side and put 7 cards on the player side. Okay. We open the banker's hand first. By the way that the dealer sets banker hand and player hand are the same. Basically, you follow the house rule. There's no qualifying hand, means every hand plays. Banker's hand plays every hand, player hand plays every hand. And there's no qualifying hand. Okay, so banker open up 7 cards and try to find 2 cards to throw away. And we have a 3 card hand which is high and 2 cards low. And then discard 2 cards. Okay, so in this case, the lower hand is King Jack. High hand is 1, 2, 3, which is a straight. This is a low straight. Lucky break is said to be a pair plus a straight, or a pair with trips. There's no flush. Now we're looking in this hand. It's not a lucky break. We are looking for a pair on the top. So since this is not a lucky break, the dealer will turn this over to indicate it's not a lucky break. Now we move on to the player hand. Open up the 7 cards. Okay. Now we see a pair and a straight. Okay. Seems like that's the best way to play. Okay. So we're going to throw away ace and 8. So this will be a lucky break. 3, 4, 5, and a pair of deuce. When there's a lucky break, the dealer puts the cards of the pair vertically. So visually he can see this is no lucky break, this is lucky break. Okay, so the banker, let me push it up a little bit. Banker has no lucky break, so loses. And player has a lucky break, and this is a regular lucky break, so it's 1 to 1. And this one bet 2, and this is losses. So we push the bonus aside. Now, this is lucky break, this is no lucky break, so automatically this wins. So the player wins, this loses, and no tie, loses. Here's a catch. When a player wins, if there's no lucky break, the payout is 1 to 1. And when there's a lucky break and win, we're going to pay 3 to 1. Obviously, we have to do more mathematical calculation to make sure with a 3 to 1 payout, the house still have some reasonable advantage. Let's finish this hand. Let's try one more hand. Okay, here's another round. This player bets on player break and post break. And since he bet on player break, so he thinks that the player is going to win and make a tie bet. And this person bet on this. Okay, I will randomly pick up two hands. Okay, 7 cards, 7 cards. No more bets. House turns on banker's hand. 7 cards. Okay, 5, 6, 7 with a pair, and 5, 6, 7. Discard these 2 cards. A pair with a straight, that's a lucky break. So I will keep these 2 cards vertical. So that's how I set a hand. Now we're going to look at player's hand. Player 7 cards, I open it up. I see a pair, I see a straight. Okay, so it's 3, 4, 5 and a pair of 9, which is also a lucky break. For consistency, let's make it 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's say this. Okay, this is also a lucky break, so I'm going to put these 2 cards vertically. Now both of them have lucky break. Let's take care of the bonus bet. Player lucky break looks like a straight, and then this is both lucky break. We'll probably play 10 to 1. Again, this has to be verified by the math. And this one has also lucky break of a pair of jacks and 5, 6, 7, and the payout is 1 to 1. Okay, so let's solve this area. And the next thing we want to solve is the who wins the hand. Pair of jacks is winner, so we push this aside. 5, 6, 7 is a winner, so we push this aside. So the winner hand is pair of jacks, 5, 6, 7, and which is banker's hand. So since you bet on players already, you lost. And then we got a winner here, so it's going to be 3 to 1. Okay, this finished the run. Okay, let's say this player bets on both break, more on the banker's break, and less on the player's break. And then he's thinking banker's going to win, and then probably play a little bit tie here. And this person thinks player's going to win, and player's going to have a lucky break, so that's his bet. Now the banker has a 7 cards. Banker turns over his 7 cards. Okay, we're looking for a pair. That's all we have. So we have to go with the highest pair for the high card, and then 2 high cards for the lower hand. Since there's no lucky break, it's very obvious. So we turn the 2 cards 90 degrees. Okay, now we do the player hand. Player has a pair of aces, and player has aces, and that's it. The 2 high cards are jack and queen, and then the 9 is here. There's no straight, no trips, so we're going to discard this 6 and 8, and then pair of aces and 9. Now there's no lucky break, so we're going to turn this also sideways. Okay, now no lucky break, no lucky break, all the bonus bets are gone. Okay, now we compete who has a better hand. Jack and queen is higher than 10 and queen, so this is sideways. And pair of aces is higher than pair of 4, this is sideways. Okay, so we have a winner, which is a player. Player wins. Banker, you lost. And then the player wins. There's no lucky break here, so the payout is 1 to 1. There's no commissions involved in this game, and it's very straightforward, and player can make multiple bets anywhere in this area, and it can be played by multiple players. That's it.